I know for us Africans and probably Ghanaians, calling people or adding sister, auntie, mommy to people's name is just showing a sign of respect to them. But in the UK, it's not like that. You would have to get used to calling people by their first name. That's all I kept hearing. Everyone kept asking me, "Are you okay? Are you alright?" Hello, hey, hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Honey Cooks. So there's a saying that goes, when in Rome, yeah, that's right. You do what the Romans do. So in this video, I have just put together 10 things I currently do since I relocated to the UK. And some of the things include things that I previously used to do, but I wasn't that serious about it. And some are things that are new to me, and I'm doing them because I will have to adjust to the system of the UK. So if you are in the UK, you recently relocated to the UK, I think you're probably going to relate to a lot of things in this video. So yeah, if you're interested, just keep watching and trust me, you're going to enjoy this video. Now, I am going to be doing this while I do my makeup, and yeah, I love doing makeup, so why not? So first thing first, I'm going to start by priming my face, and I'm using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, which is a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So now let's get into the video. Now, the number one on my list of the 10 things I now do since I relocated to the UK, the number one thing I do will actually have effects or will probably be seen in the next four things or three things I will be mentioning. And you understand why. The number one thing I now do is checking the weather. You see, I'm laughing. You would not want to go out of your house in this UK without checking your weather. I believe the UK has one of the most unpredictable weathers, and I know a lot of people will be in the comments and will be saying I agree, because tell me why it will be sunny at 6 a.m. and then suddenly it will be gloomy by 10 and it will be raining by 12. The weather here is crazy. Like, you would think that it's going to be all right, but it's not. So I check my weather every day before. In fact, every morning when I wake up is one of the things that I check on my phone to see how the weather is going to be like. So yeah, checking my weather is one of the things that I do now. Back in Ghana, I could count the number of times I probably check my weather, but it wasn't something I used to do often. But now, trust me, every day when I wake up, checking the weather is probably part of my morning routine. Now, with checking the weather out of the way, the second thing I now do is carrying an umbrella everywhere I go. When I decide to leave my house to go anywhere, whether to work, to go out for coffee or for grocery shopping, anything at all, trust me, you will find me with an umbrella, because I am not about to be caught slacking without one. I am not. So yeah, umbrella is one of the things I carry everywhere I go. So that's another thing. You see why I'm saying that the next few points that will follow checking the weather will probably be relating to the weather. Now, the third thing I do since I relocated to the UK is wearing outer clothes. Yeah. So it may be jackets, it may be trench coats, it may be actual coats, any form of outer clothing. Every time I'm stepping out of my house, you will find me with it, because it could actually be very sunny. You will see the sun shining in all its glory, but the cold in there, in that sun, will not be friendly. You actually be feeling very cold. It could be very sunny and probably negative and negative degrees. So Everywhere I go, even if I want to show a bit of skin here and there, trust me, I will be carrying an outer coat. I mean, where we are coming from, how often would I be wearing outer jacket or outer coat? I mean, I don't even think I own any outer clothing. Probably the only outer clothing I own back in Ghana will be a blazer. That's it. But here, come and see me. I own quite a lot because of the weather. So that's the third thing I do now since I relocated to the UK. You guys won't even believe this when I tell you. You probably may not believe it. But as I am filming this video, it's actually raining. But when I woke up this morning, the sun that was hitting me in my window, but it is raining currently. So, I mean, that should even tell you what I'm talking about. This weather, with my brows out of the way, I'll be doing my eyeshadow before I do the rest of my face. So I'm just using this concealer to act as a base for my eyeshadow. Now, I was talking about things I do, or 10 things I do since I relocated to the UK. And I was on point number 4. Now, I have told you that the first 4 points has everything to do with the weather. The fourth thing I do now is taking vitamins and taking my skincare serious. I'm putting all that in one because I think it all has to do with something with health. So back in Ghana, I don't really think I was taking vitamins. Probably at some point in my life, I took some vitamins, but it wasn't something I was taking regular. But since I've been here, because of how terrible the weather can be on the health or on my health, I've been taking vitamins, vitamin D's, multivitamins, cod liver oil, whatever vitamins that I could lay my hands on. I'm actually taking it because tell me why you will not take vitamins, especially in winter where there's no sun or there's a limited amount of sun you may see during the winter. It's good that you take vitamin D because we actually get vitamin D from the sun. So yeah, I take it throughout. Like it doesn't matter whether it's winter or whether it's whatever. I am taking my vitamins. It's something I am doing now, taking vitamins. Also, about my skin, back in Ghana, it wasn't that I wasn't taking my skincare serious, but skincare products can actually be very expensive. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's not supposed to be funny, to be honest. It is not. I tried, to get a few products here and there to try and get my skin in good condition, but I wasn't consistent with it. But now that I am here, I think it's not that expensive or it's not breaking my pocket like it was breaking my pocket back in Ghana. So yeah, taking my skin very serious is one of the things I'm doing. I'm buying products. I'm wearing sunscreen all the time. Back in Ghana, I wasn't really wearing sunscreen. Can you imagine? Where there was actually the sun. But anyway, that's one of the things I'm doing since I relocated. I put on sunscreen. I moisturize my skin. Like there are products that I'm using and I'm seeing a lot of changes in my skin. So yeah, like skincare is one of the things that I am doing now. And I have to say I'm very proud of myself and like how far my skin is going. So definitely it's one of the things that I'm doing. And it also has to do with the weather because as I said, the weather can be very drying. So if you decide not to take care of your skin, use moisturizers, use sunscreens, your skin is actually going to be dry and it would not be in the best of conditions. So taking vitamins and taking good care of my skin is one of the things I do now. So the fifth thing I now do since I relocated to the UK will be checking my emails. Yeah. I maybe once in a while check my email because who is even sending me emails? It's not these spam here and there that will be just sending you unnecessary emails. But since I've been here, or I think probably in the process of coming here before I got here, I was checking my emails a lot because Charlie, I'm hoping to hear some good news here and there. And since I've been here, you can't afford not to check your email because you might probably miss a work information or something very important that you need to know and probably take action on. So checking my email is one of the things that I I do now. And yeah, like Charlie, you will have to check your email. Hey, you will not check. You will check, Papa. I don't like how the eyeshadow is going, so I'm going to wipe it off and start over. I mean, there's no shame in doing something and realizing that you want it a certain way and you're not getting that effect. So I'm just going to wipe it. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, guys, so I decided to do my eyeshadow off camera so that this video is not that long. So I've done that. I fixed my lashes. I am going to get ready to do my skin. But so far, I have mentioned 5 things, and I am doing 10 things that I do now. I've talked a lot about the weather, and I've talked about the fact that I check my email. Now, there's one other thing I have not mentioned yet, and it is also something I do now using the Google map or whatever map. Basically, finding your way. That's all I'm talking about. You actually need a map to find your way because you don't want to get lost. I have a lot of stories about getting lost, actually using a map and ending up miles and miles away from where I was actually going. And to be honest, I think that the Ghana Education Service should add reading of map to the education curriculum, or how to navigate your way around using a map. I know that, yeah, like for some students who did geography will probably know how to read, but even that one, I doubt. I think reading maps should be one of the fundamentals of the things that we learn in Ghana growing up, because it took me to be here to actually understand its importance. And the map here actually worked. It is not like following a map in Ghana and ending up in someone's room or passing through someone's room. It's not like that here. Now, another thing I will talk about is listening to my voicemails and leaving voicemails when I call people. Back in Ghana, I mean, who listens to voicemails? Who do you? Please. I was not, I mean, when I made calls and the I get feedback that, oh, the person you're calling is not available, so leave a message. I'll not even let the call get there. I will end the call. But here, I will actually have to leave a voicemail. I've learned how to do that. And I've also learned how to listen to voicemail, because here, if people call you and they don't get you, they will leave a voicemail. And you would not want to leave your voicemail unlistened to, because you may be missing out on important things. So listening to voicemails and leaving voicemails, definitely something I do now. I think I have lost count what number I am on, but it doesn't really matter because I'm listing 10 things. So it's 10 things you are going to get. But the next thing I am going to be talking about is I have learned how to use UK slangs. Not all of the slang anyway, but the most common ones that, trust me, you will hear it when you are in the UK. An example is, are you okay, love? Are you alright? Are you sure? When I I came in and I started work, that's all I kept hearing. Everyone kept asking me, are you okay? Are you alright? Are you sure? Everywhere I go, it's like this person meets you and asks you, you okay? You go with the next person, you alright? Ah, it was draining me. Jeez. And I kept wondering why they kept asking you, are you okay, at every point in time? I don't know. But I'm like, what is this? And a lot of people tend to talk about it, but now I do it too. I mean, it's something that I also do. I tend to ask people, are you okay, love? And so on that note, I will be asking you, are you okay, love? Are you enjoying the video? The next point I am going to be mentioning has a lot to do with smiles. So it's even good I'm doing my blush at the moment. So I will use apply my blush as the point. So in the UK, since I have been here, I have learned to give half smiles. That's it. That's the point. Like I don't know if people really don't want to be friendly or whatever reason, but they don't give, like, where we are coming from. If people want to smile, they will smile with their teeth, and that kind of thing. In the UK, you'll find most people giving you, that's it. That's the smile. Don't expect anything more, to be honest. Don't expect it. So yeah, like I think I've also learned to do that. So I tend to do that to people who do that to me. So if you are smiling at me, best believe I'm also going to be smiling at you. Yeah. I think I have listed 9 points at the moment, and I have 1 point to go. I didn't know that I was almost nearing the end of my video, but I do hope you guys are enjoying it or have enjoyed it so far. So my last and 10th thing I do in the UK would be, get into this lip gloss. Like, this is so pretty. Anyway, back to what I was saying. My 10th and final point will definitely be calling people by their first name. I know for us Africans and probably Ghanaians, calling people or adding sister, auntie, mommy to people's name is just showing a sign of respect to them. But in the UK, it's not like that. You would have to get used to calling people by their first name. I think in the initial beginnings, it can actually be very difficult for you because you can see that, oh, this person is actually older than you and you're just calling them by their first name. It can really make you feel uneasy. But you would have to, at a point in time, you would have to take that idea out of your mind and actually call people by their first names. That's how it's done here. And I remember this is actually quite recently. I had a new person joining my ward, like she's from Ghana. And when she finally found out that I'm Ghanaian, she started calling me Sister Hannah. I was just looking at her and I said, Masa Masa Jaisa Jaisa Neha Yenya Sadia Noaha. Just call me Hannah. Like, that's why I told her, don't add anything to my name. Because if you, like, when she called me Sister Hannah, the people around were just looking at me like this. It wasn't like a comfortable stare, trust me. So I had to tell her, my dear, just call me Hannah. I know it can be very difficult for you, but ignore it and just call me Hannah so that I will have my peace of mind in this workplace. So yeah, I think that's the 10th thing, and it can be very difficult, but just try and get used to it, calling people by their first names. There's no problem with it. They don't see it as a sign of disrespect in the UK. So you're fine. Just try your best and you definitely get used to it. So yeah, these are the things I've been doing since I relocated to the UK. 10 things. And I best believe that it is the same for most people. And other people even have other things probably I may have not mentioned. And if this is you, just drop it in the comments. What are some of the things you do now since you relocated to anywhere at all? What are the cultures there that you are naturally learning because you are spending a lot of time? Thank you guys for watching this video. This is the end of the video and me letting you in on things I now do since I relocated to the UK. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments and like this video and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye.